Good morning, everybody. Mike Vacchi, Princetontrader.com, here with your Monday market webcast. Okay, so in the evening webcast last night, we were talking about the 2800 to 2810 area. If you haven't watched that, take a look at that because that has some broader discussion about up and down levels for the week. But let's talk about right now into the open. You can see here the 9-day, which is your blue line, and the red line, which is your 50-day, all coming in around 2800, 2802. The bears have held that whole area pretty nicely. The Globex low is 1275. The new weekly pivot is sitting up at 2807. So they've done a good job of holding that area and then, having an up night. But what that does, as we hit the hourly chart here, the pressure's on the bulls now. The pressure's there. We talked about, they spiked it up to 47 last night, right back down to 1275. They've taken it up ever since. They've taken out the highs from Thursday up at 2836. They need to get to work now on this 2885. There really isn't much else to discuss. You have some lower highs that come, in around 75. You got another one there, 74. 60, 75, but that's all well and good. But if you're going to come up here and you're going to print 65, then you need to take this whole area out and you need to take care of 2885. If not today, then tomorrow, because if you don't, then you start leaving things that look like matching highs and lower highs and things like that on the chart. And that's just going to hold us, at a minimum, that's going to hold us inside this range. So, we're going to find out in the next day or so whether we continue to be range bound up here or whether we're going to see a move up over the top and then go ahead and make a run at 2,900 and try to get some progression up there. Up at 2,900, then you got the 100-day exponential moving average at 2,902. Then you've got, basically the ultimate long-term delineator, in my opinion, which is a 200-day. The 200-day exponential on the front month chart is at 2,942. So if we progress higher, you're going to get to some very key areas very fast. What do the bears want to do? Well, they're going to have to hold the range for starters. I keep saying they have nothing above 27.17. They don't. They just don't. You have the daily midband now that's at 27.16. That matches with this support area, these matching lows at 27.17. Then you got 27.11 back here. It's a case of if they hold up here and they push back down, then they need to make just as much of a run towards the bottom end of this range. Otherwise, you put in another higher low. So 27.55 on Friday, there was your higher low. It's done 100 from there, basically, pretty efficiently, with one little look at the hourly mid-band, midday on Friday, and then off you go. So we remain inside this range. The top end of that range is getting tested. The bears have to try to get back to the bottom end of the range. I think it's going to take news for them to do it. You can feel the tape shifting back into its old habits of, in a vacuum, it wants to go up. Now, you say, Mike, we're not in a vacuum. I mean, have you looked out the window? Are you enjoying your time, your 6th week in your house doing nothing? Yes, I get it. But unless there is acute distress on the tape, we've come off 1,200 handles. We've worked back 700 of those. And the tone of the whole thing feels like, unless there's acute distress in the tape, this thing wants to bleed to the upside, at least for now. At least for now. The bears are going to have to change that narrative. They just are. So, I mean, that's where we're at. That's where we're at. So, key areas to watch off the open. You have 5-minute mid-bands at 55, Our proprietary moving average is about 56. Volume weighted average price is down at 45. I wouldn't put it past them to test that at some point this morning. It sets up, if the bears want to continue to do what they're doing, it sets up a little downside off the open, setting up some kind of a dip buy that they'll come and grab, somewhere in that early 10 o'clock to 10:45 hour, right in that morning turn. And if they can make a higher high from that, then the bears are going to be on their heels for most of the day. It's where we are. So, a few things. Check out the evening webcast from last night. We did a weekly wrap up on Friday if you're interested. We did a weekly post where I put all of the charts of the day, everything into one package. If anybody wants to look back on the week, they can. I released a brand new webinar this weekend called Training the Morning Turn. Check that out. I've been getting good feedback on that. We are doing a webinar this Tuesday at 4:30. The sign up is on the post. Click to join that, and there'll be more stuff out on social today. So stay safe, stay healthy, take care, trade them well. I'll talk to you soon. Follow us over on Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat at Princetontrader. Check us out on Facebook and join us for a free trial at www.princetontrader.com. Trade them well.